Welcome, CNG 125, to this week 7, starting of March. We're almost at the halfway point of the semester, so make sure you have a good idea of where you are in the course. Um, we only have a few more weeks of reading and homework around I believe it's the 12th. We end the book, or I think the 11th maybe. We'll end the book, and then we'll start working on some projects where you guys are giving me basically answers to scenarios that I give you. And, risk management, network risk management is a big player in um, network. I would say network engineering. Basically, it's beyond administrating. You're making the network for a specific place, and you don't want your access points. And this goes into risks, um, evaluating risk. Do you want your access points to be in the open? Do you want them to be hidden? Security through obscurity. Uh, how do you know your network is working? There are tools out there like ZenMap, Nmap. Um, you can download an image of Kali Linux that has been already formatted to a vendor's liking, so you can basically not have to add more software to a bare Kali Linux image. You're able to use their image of Kali for your um, for your network. I'll just say network discovery, but you already know what's on the network. I guess you still could use it to see if there's any rogue devices on your network. But Kali Linux, a very powerful tool, much like Wireshark, where you're looking at um, traffic and where it's going. Discuss physical security methods. We can touch on access points, hiding access points, putting switches in telecom closets. If you've been to a campus, you probably have never seen a switch. But if you maybe start looking around a little harder, you're going to see telecom closets, telecommunications closets, marked specifically at a campus, and that's going to be where switches are usually housed. Maybe it's a demarc point for the ISP to come into the building. Let's see, they discuss physical security methods. Yeah, so locking stuff away, um, detect intrusions. We kind of go back to looking at IDS, NIDS, that's the intrusion detection systems. There are the intrusion prevention systems. Configure devices on a network for increased security. And once again, this can go for increased security, along with using specific routers, allowing specific routers to upgrade the tables of other routers. That is one security method you could do. Another security method is very, very simple, and that is changing passwords and usernames. You definitely want to get rid of admin because that's a very big security leak. But also, um, if you took 124 and we started working with the Cisco equipment, we always use um, it's skipping me right now. We always use the blue line to configure the light blue line. That was the console line to configure the routers. But to take that a step farther, we would disable that console line, make sure that the SSH login was working, and then start to log into that router through SSH on the network end band instead of doing the out of band console. So we would definitely start to limit how our interactions to a device would happen. Describe various security policies and how they can guide users' activities on a network. Once again, I think this will probably be your discussion point. If you look around school, there's going to be a guide to say, okay, you're allowed to do this on the campus computers. You're not allowed to do that. It should be posted in the computer commons at every campus. Probably going to be in a few rooms on campus that have computers, or should be. But it's something that we in the computer industry might take for granted. This is how you use a computer, but somebody, once again, not in the computer related field may not have the common knowledge that we do and say, okay, I'm going to hop on Facebook and have Facebook open as I'm working all day so I can see friends' updates. If you do a quick search and see how safe Google is, a lot of attacks have been, I shouldn't say Google, Facebook, a lot of attacks have been from Facebook. So we really try to define, okay, this is how you should use our network at that site. And yeah, that'll be our discussion for this week. But take definitely do some research. There's a whole slew of tools out there, technology to use that help you keep tabs on what's going on in your network. There's third-party software that actually groups a lot of those programs together, so you're able to do everything in one place instead of trying to use multiple platforms, which is very good also. And I believe that's it. Make sure you look at the discussion and reply to that discussion early and get that in there. Do remember that I'll be leaving for vacation Thursday and will not be back until Monday. So Monday's video might be pushed out just a little bit. If you have any questions, definitely. I don't get the best Wi-Fi out there, so join that Google Hangout. Ask those questions. Google Hangout can be reached at the very near the bottom here. Join that conversation and ask me a question that goes right to my phone as a text message.